Oh, you know I love it. You sickos, you. Welcome back, Call to the Pen HQ. Fastest show on MLB absolutely anywhere with the big mouth. No doubt about it. Follow me up on the Bird app, Bluebird, at John Laghezza. Check out the pin tweet. I'll take you to all the data we'll be using during this wonderful show. Hat tip to Rob Pizzola, my favorite Canadian. The pizza man bringing you the large round. From a Brooklyn coming to you worldwide as always, baby. From NYC, we coming out the chair. Usual suspects up in the house as always. This is the most robust afternoon comment group anywhere. Brian Rose, OPMG, Fire Sports. Fire Sports, DM me on Twitter, please. Chris G, Michael K, Insight. Same thing. Insight, hit me up, please. I want to start reaching out to the community, reaching back, everybody. Please rate, review, and subscribe. This stuff is so stupid. I'll try and remember to ask for a like after I put on a GD clinic. We're doing the things that we do. Me and you, Call to the Pen crew. All right. Just too many games, not enough time to do it. We're going to amputate the first 5 games, those early ones. Hit the like button if you'd like a parlay, the early parl, baby. Love those. We'll do the board read with the algo if you get the 20 likes. And let's just get right into it because, again, we really don't have any. There's just not enough time to do all this stuff. Matt Williams up in the house. Howdy, compadre. Howdy. Hold up. Let him cook. My boy Matt in the house. Man, super sharps in here. I just tweeted that. This is like that, the restaurant where the chefs go. And if you're from New York City, it's Blue Ribbon. You'll notice that they're open particularly late, right? You walk by them at 3 a.m. and they're still really loud because it's where all the chefs go when they're out of work. It means the drinks are good. It means the food is good. It means the company's good, right? So let's get up into it. Keeping up the reputation. Again, we're going to start with the PM stuff for the commuters, the podcast people, audio-only folk. Waiting for this up on the Apple app. Apple. Dub Apple. All right, enough of that bad jokes aside. It's the Redbirds from St. Louis and Stephen and Matt going to Cincinnati, Great American Small Park to face Ben Lively. I had to look it up. It's the same Ben Lively that I think I added in a fantasy league 7 years ago. He was a prospect, right? And then he came out and he's been really good. Funny, the Reds actually doing stuff at pitching, that ballpark not doing any favors. However, Stephen Matt's 5 ERA, 1.6 whip, the OPS at 850. No one really buying what he's selling. Deserved ERA up above 6, or around 6, I should say. 12% K minus walk, 51 for a strike, 26 O swing. So he's not really imposing his will. Always those things we look for. He does keep the ball down 45% of the time. But the Hobers have been there again, dominating lefties. He's gotten beaten up by righties. 331 BA on the year, 919 OPS to righties, 1.5 homer, 9. So if the Reds were ever going to beat the Cardinals, today would have to be the day. Again, I was talking about it. Lively's been pretty good. But you go over to the offense, man, that St. Louis offense just smoking hot right now. Last 500 PAs, they are the best team in the league, maybe. I don't know. Top 2 in doubles, runs, homers, average, OBP, OPS. Hard hit rate on Fangraphs and Savant. 370 Wobble, 138 team WRC plus, also the best in the league. Last 500 in X Wobble against righties, right? All the nuance of the context that you get when you hang with us. D-Rock, what's up? Wow, Matt. Wait, Matt says it takes a lot for you to walk away from fading Stephen Matz. And I am today. Matt, I think I'm getting lost with the double, triple negatives here. So you are we're not fading the fade. We think about fading. He fakes the fade. He fades the fade. I'm sorry to break it to everybody. No, Matt should get cracked up today. Again, remember I mentioned the disciplinary basket. That's where the Reds have been good. 11% walk, 28 O swing. Those are both top 3. I'm really just struggling to go against it. I really should have just bet the over yesterday. That's what I have to get into again. I talk about following the trend and being our friend, and that this game was either bet the over or not at all. And I was like, oh, just go way over. And I was kind of like, oh, well, just forget that. That was kind of silly. This ballpark really not to be messed with. The bullpen's not bad. Algo kind of screaming, although funny enough, it's lots of runs, but the total is so jacked up that I'm actually under. I've got 9.5 runs, which is a lot, but I think the over is at like 10 again, right? Kind of crazy how, Cincinnati's now kind of cut up the course. Yeah, it's at 10.5, so I am leaving this one alone this time. I actually I think the sharp money's on Cincinnati winning this one outright. That's another one I was thinking about. Jay, I was thinking maybe lowering from the 10th to the 5th and being a little more aggressive with plus money bets. Again, we often talk about trying to do a more robust ticket. So how about put 5? How about put 5 on the F5 for Cincinnati? Because I think that's where we have the edge. We're really not trying to beat up on the Cardinals. We'd like to give them less at bats in anything. Let's go Lively v. Matt in a race to 15. Because we love that, like plus 130, plus 140. Again, in my experience, this is how I made money in baseball. Not trying to predict the future, putting myself in a decent enough position. Again, that's what I have in the algo as well. I have it literally dead even through 5. And then St. Louis kind of getting it at the end with the bullpen edge and, again, the offensive edge, where the plate appearances are eventually going to catch up. So, all right, enough. We got to go faster than that. But Cincinnati for the F5, I think I like. Next up, Bluebirds, north of the border, flying down to Florida to meet the Flatfish. It's Sugar, Shane McClanahan, hosting. You say Kikuchi, I was saying Gascan. Others were saying he's good again. I'm not really so sure. It's been such an up-and-down ride. ERA at 4.08, whip 1.32. Expected ERA and deserved ERA above 5. The strikeout stuff's always been pretty good. 22K is a little bit low, but the underpinnings are good, right? 12 swing and strike, 27 whiff. Those are very strong. Better than a 22% K might kind of pretend. But again, he falls behind, 49% for a strike. Always such a problem because the combination of fly balls, with bad misses, right? That's always been an issue. So when you go 42 fly ball, 47 hard hit, 11.5 barrel, what do you end up with? The handsome fella in the back there, 2.5 home runs per 9. And that's always kind of been the case. Again, he's kind of been having his way with lefties. They're not doing anything righties, though. 280 batting average, 850 OPS on the year, 2.5 homer 9. So, you're really not trying to mess with the Rays. Got to give the Rays the upper hand today. You know me, I'm like a Sugar Shane McClanahan, if that's a word. I'm making up. It is now. Shane O'Mac, over 1.5 walks. Yeah, Matt, what do you think? I'll take a look at that. He has walked batters, for sure. Sugar Shane up at 11% walk. I like to look more at the underpinning stuff. The Blue Jays, it's a bit of a mixed bag. I hear you. Listen, anybody can walk too. Blue Jays last 500 PA, 7% walk. The chase rate is average. The end zone contact is average. So like that, usually not the kind of stuff I'm looking for. The K rate down to 20. So, Blue Jays also scored 500 runs. So like today's the day that they'll go flat. That's just kind of how baseball is. Man, I really like the Rays. And I do kind of like attacking the Jays the day after the explosion. But I've been really struggling with the Rays bullpen. People generally think of it as a strength. Last 58 and a third, they've 8.5 ERA, 5 Sierra. I know it's including yesterday, but a lot of stuff is legit. That's no joke. 327 BA. You can even go back the whole season, 217 innings, a 4.5 Sierra, only 17% K. Not what you expect from the Rays. So maybe like a Rays F5 cover, but it's probably too expensive, and I probably just wasted 90 seconds of my life. But that's where I would be going, is a Rays F5 cover that, again, is a little bit too expensive. I guess we could look for the run line. Why don't you put the run line in the bin, Jay? We'll go donkey ball here. But I really just think that we have a chance of kind of mopping them up, right? There's obviously a chance Kikuchi melts down. And again, I like to buy on those tremendous offensive outputs. Next up, it's Orioles and New York Yankees. Blackbirds with orange vests and Tyler Wells. One of the better young pitchers in the league. Again, so funny. I love sharing this stuff with you, Matt. Not just the friendship, the analysis, but like this, the show, the platforms, and the people. You're the first person I thought of. I bet on Wells also last time out. And right, he lost. And I think of your tweets. Your losing tweets are so funny. Again, Wells has been excellent on the year. 52 innings pitched, 2.94 ERA, 7.79 whip, 560 OPS. And he's not really, it's not really smoke and mirrors, Everything below 4, PFIP at 3.3. That's Chamberlain's that I use. 23.5 K to only 5 walk. 12 swing strike. 27.5 whip. These are very strong. 81 zone contact. He's winning in the zone. Lots of fly balls, but lots of pop-ups. That's okay. The misses have turned to barrels. But he has a 193 max Batting average, lefty righty split. I mean, he's been really, really good. Other side, nasty Nestor, 5.2 ERA, 1.25 whip. We were on this one last time around. We bet on that under, right? Looking for the correction, and it happened. I know a lot of people thought the wheels fall off from Nestor. I actually tend to think Nestor's still really good. Excuse the Yankee stuff, but the single digit walk rate, whiff at 23. Winning in the zone, 82% zone contact. That's usually what I'm looking at. They just converted a bunch of fly balls. He's another big pop-up guy. He's always changing elevation. This is Nestor Cortez. But he's been really tough. Lefties and righties alike. So I actually, this was probably on the under. But then, you're kind of shorting the trend because these offenses are both really good. Baltimore, 765 OPS, last 500. Yankees up at 810, 12.5 barrel rate for the Yankees, 125 WRC+, leading the league in home runs in that span. 27 Shamalama ding-dongs. I'm going to go to the videotape. Algo says, I guess, you know what? I got to add these totals because I got 7.5 runs. Where's the market at? Market's at 8. I mean, I'm like pretty firmly under on this one because I have like 4.3. I don't have either of them getting to 4. But if you ring a 3.8 on a model, just a little something about reading algos and models. You got to remember it's like a cannon shot, right? It's a range, right? It's not a sniper blast. You can't score 3.81. Right? That's like where the center of the blast is, right? You think of like the hose, the Ghostbuster thing that's having trouble holding on to. So I think I like 2 of them here. Let's bet I want to bet the under here, Jay. For us, Ken, I'm starting to wonder if we should go down from 10 to 5. I guess it's okay to stick with 10 for now. I don't want people to be losing or tailing into this stuff. I would pay the juice to go under 8.5, my friend. That's another good one, too. The only time you ever hear me looking to pay juice, people. And again, especially if it's like 20 to 25 cents. Jeff L., what's up, man? Yeah, especially if it's only 20, 25 cents, that's a winning run, right? The 8 is the winner. 8.5 is the bar, right? So if you shift the bar on the under in your favor, you want to do that. So that's all, again, the one time that we'll play juice. I think the other one we want to stick to consideration is put the Orioles run line in the bin also. Next up, it's the Friar Tuck San Diego Padres and the apropos named Ryan Weathers. Perfect Weathers. Right by the aquarium there. Packing up, heading to the nation's capital to face T-Dub, Trevor Williams. I mean, he's like just habitually just a guy. Let's look at Weathers first, though. Interesting stuff in the pitching sheet. 3.4 ERA, 114 whip, 650 OPS. Looking really good, however. Right, all the earned indicators, not really buying it. XFIP, K- walk ERA. I just added that. I really like that. It's more just about perspective. I don't think of it as much of an estimator as K- walk is really good predictive stat. So when you see KWERA, K- walk earned estimator off of Fangraphs, that's a 5.5 with the Sierra at 5.4. 15% walk to 10, 15% K to 10% walk. Not really the type of disciplinary stuff you'd think might portend the low ERA whip combo. J to 10, please. I think the regression monster is coming. Somebody cue up Curland. That stupid GIF he's throwing out there all the time. Yeah, Weathers, I mean, listen, it's been contact suppression, 27% hard hit. You got to buy that, 3/4 of a home run per 9. The X-Woba at 310 doesn't really pretend that either. Right? 310 X-Woba, 317 X-Con. Something's gonna give there, especially with the double-digit walk rate. He's been dominant to lefties, righties, doing a 254 BA. I think my Nats are actually going to get to him again. If the Washington is ever going to beat San Diego, it would be in this one. But again, it's Trevor Williams, just a guy, 4.25 ERA, 1.25 whip. Estimator's not buying it. The K rate is too low. He's been very good with the command, though. So, as long as a guy's walking 5% of hitters, 63 first strike, you're going to have a chance. 13% barrel, not any good, though. With 35 hard hit, that really doesn't work either. Right? So his misses have been middle, and he's been punished. Yes, Matt rocking our favorite bet, my favorite bet of the season, literally. Our favorite bet of the season is the Washington for 5 team totals, my favorite bet. That and the Oakland one. Which Oakland, me, my big fat mouth, I had the over on the first 5 in the game total. We hit the F5 total within 20 pitches, and it was all Oakland did the entire game. They are just so bad sometimes. So, all right, this one, San Diego and Washington, I should have just probably skipped it in the first place. Really no signals here. Again, I tend to like Washington with the plus run line. Stick that one in the bin also, Jay. That's like minus 120, let's say. Player props savant up in the house. Again, the restaurant where the chefs come eat, right? As the restaurants close, everyone's packing up their war rooms, getting ready for their big stuff. You're going to come over and grab a drink at Johnny's. Welcome. You want to go where everybody knows your name. Yes, you love it. Dropping a ring. Just date myself. All right, so give me Washington with the run line. I like that one. In the par, next up, it's a Trolley Dodgers, Hollywood, always up to no good. Tony Gonsolin going to Atlanta to meet Bryce the Elder, our favorite World of Warcraft character. Gonsolin's been very good. 113 ERA, 0.92 whip. Always, he just continues to outperform all the indicators. Expected ERA and deserved ERA are very low. Deserved ERA at 165. But the walk rate is a bit too high. He hasn't induced chases but lost in the zone. He suppressed contact, but I don't know how long it's going to last because he's living in the zone. 89 zone contact with a double-digit walk rate. That's how you get in trouble, especially against a team like the Braves. Braves offense, last 500, it's really something. They're just the ultimate sellout team right now. The Braves are the power sellout team. Check it out. Disciplinary basket is trash. 23 walk, only 23K, only 7 walk, 13 swinging strike, that's bottom 5. 81 zone contact, that's bottom 3. 45 ground ball. However, number one pull, 47%. Top 3 in hard hit rate of 45. Top 3 in barrel, 12.5. They've been much tougher on lefties than righties. Keep that in mind. It's so hard to challenge the Braves. And whenever they beat you, you're like, oh, well, that's what happens when you bet against the Braves. Well, whenever you can get the Dodgers at even money, where I think we have the pitching edge, let's just do Elder really quick. I know that the surface stats off the hook here. 205 ERA, 115 whip, 651 OPS. I don't know if I'm really buying it. The PFIP up near 5, 64 stuff plus on the fastball. I think he tops out at 89 miles an hour. Maybe that's it. I'm like a velocityist. I'm a velociraptor. I'm just not really buying it. 14% K minus BB, 24.5 whiff. This is just not great. 89 zone contact, they go way too high. It does keep the ball down, but the hard hit rate is up at 50. So you're basically going to challenge the Dodgers, in the zone, knowing that you're going to get hit hard. So I just don't know if I'm going to get behind him. Elder. Let's go Dodgers to win this one outright, Jay. So it's like whatever. We get even money, we go 10 for 10. Again, let's keep the standard 10. Let's finish the week. This way, I don't like to be flip-flopping. I don't want to flip-flop. I would rather start the week fresh. We can make a new announcement and talk about, decelerating risk because I just haven't been doing great, which is fine. But I like to have an answer for it again. Sustainability in betting is probably the most important thing. Making sure that you have money in your pocket, right? I think the sharpest thing about my game is I keep people from depositing, right? Like I lose like everyone else loses. I'm probably losing more than some. Although, I guess, but if I'm up in the season, my betting side just feels so terrible whenever you don't win all the time. I think maybe I'm trying to be too cute. Well, far from it. All right, come on. Let's get back into the games. It's Detroit, Los Tigres, Detroit, Rock City, 8 Mile, and the Boyd Boys heading to the Royals with cheese. It's Matthew Boyd and Zach Greinke. I'm like a Tigers better now, all of a sudden. I posted this one, but I want to hear also. Give me the F5 Tigers. Just take it. I know it's around even money. The ERA in Boyd is up at 6, the whip at 145, but I'm not necessarily buying it, Expected ERA, 4.25, the PFIP down below 4. The walk rate is a bit high, but he's getting better. And now we're seeing the whiff rate is up at 30, first strike 60, 34 O swing, 81 zone contact. Like that's exactly the type of stuff that we're looking for. Getting swings and miss, 13 swing and strike, winning in the zone. Too many fly balls. He has forced a pop-up, so that's going to be it. Whether or not Boyd is missing out, right? We want our fastball pitchers that throw up, right? We want them to miss out and up and not out and down, right? Because if they miss down, it's going out, right? So there's going to be some type of out happening. And that's the difference. Again, he's just murder on lefties. Righties have done pretty well against him. Again, I tend to think it's happening towards him. I don't have access to all the granular stuff, but I know I was looking at the Boyd stuff. It had me going. Well, like the other side, what I'm not buying is Greinke, 4.8 ERA, 1.2 whip. OPS at 730, but expected ERA and PFIP both at 5 or worse. The walk rate at 3, because everything's getting hit. 18% whiff rate, can't get buying that. 91 zone contact. So he's been challenging the Tigers in the zone. He's been especially bad against lefties. Lefties hitting 300, 2 homer 9, 840 OPS. Bring up the Riley Green props, right? Anytime you see that. I actually had a couple names ring, so let's hit that if it's plus money. Give me Riley Green. That's actually not too bad, Matt. Under 1.5 walks is pretty ballsy, but right. I mean, Greinke's not walking anybody. He's not walking anybody. Tigers offense. It's very easy to LOL them to death. 206 batting average, last 500, 268 OBP. I mean, it was really bad, right? They swing and miss a ton. But when they connect, it's good stuff, right? We're only looking for bloops and blasts here. 44 fly ball, 44 pull, 42 hard hit, right? The PPP, pull, power, profile. Pull, hard hit, and fly ball. Connect those things. Elevated fly balls. I actually have an article in the Athletic coming up about that. My K, the Detroit donkey trade again. Here we go. Choo choo. Although I think what we should do is let's try not win. Right? How about we try not to win? Detroit kind of stinks. Bullpen's actually been good, but that's gotten us in trouble. Again, I think Kansas City has the offensive edge on us. But I do like Detroit for the first 5. Let's move it on. It's the Let's Go Mets go and Cody Senga. We talked about him yesterday. He ended up getting bumped back. Going to meet the Baby Bears and Marcus Stroman. This one, people just, this is when you have to go check the weather report. I'm like looking at it. I got all these red signals going on. This one was at one point was 6.5 full game. And I was 2.5 runs over. I bet the Mets first 5 team total because it was a half a run. Yeah, Matt, right, gotcha, guys. Sharpest comment section there is right now. Wind blown in, 100% gotcha. I'm not sure how much that gets me off of like a 1.5 team total. Like, what does that mean? We've seen these games in Chicago with the wind blowing in, then pop-ups go flying around. And they're almost maybe equally as dangerous for run scoring. Like, I wouldn't be looking for home runs. Matt's at 100 miles an hour. Yeah, Matt's actually exaggerating. I think that's from 97.5. No, but it was like double digits, right? We know the double-digit thing coming in. And listen, Vegas is on it. We don't have to be too cute with the weather. The board is telling us to be very careful. Though, I just can't help. I mean, the model's going to be over unless you just say weather and I'm out. Senga is a wild ride. 3.7 ERA, 1.44 whip doesn't match up. Again, because he's going to mess with all the indicators because the K rate at 29, but the walk rate at 14, CSW above 30, whiff rate above 30, first strike above 60. I mean, this is awesome stuff. But the chase rate at 26, so he wins in the zone. It's really very unusual profile, 49 ground ball to go with it. So Senga it's something. It's just what it is, I tend to really like it because he's got some, he's got the filth, and that's usually what I'm about, swing and miss ability. But I usually can't back the 14% walk rate. That's not my kind of guy. I didn't see the over yesterday. That was something Matt mentioned yesterday. Over 2.5 was at plus money. Cubbies are walking as well. Jay Bird, bring it up. Can we get a little Cody Senga props? Walk props. If it's not crazy juice to 1.5, I would go there. And if it's plus money for 2.5, I would go there also. Yeah, okay, 115, 2.5, I'll go there. Again, I think we have a pretty good match. The Cubbies do walk a ton, and they also don't chase. So I think we have a pretty good combination. 11.5% walk rate for the Cubs in the last 500 PAs, 29.9% chase rate. The walk rate is top 3. Let's say the chase rate is probably top 5 or 8. But since Senga does not induce any chases, not available, people. I'm sorry. Jay said that was earned runs. I'm sorry. I have to apologize. I didn't really look that carefully. I thought we were on it, everybody. All right, so keep an eye on it. You follow me up on Twitter. You can catch me later on in the day. We'll just keep an eye on the books as they kind of evolve. Other side is Stroman, who's been really good. 3.05 ERA, 1.14 whip. Indicators looking really strong. The strikeout basket, it's not going to be great, but the 56 ground ball, 3% barrel, that's what you're there for. 2.14 lefty-righty BA split for Stroman. He's been really, really good. Mets offense starting to show the signs of life we're looking for. 18% K, 8.5 swing and strike. The hard hit rate starting to click up. 42% hard hit rate on Savant. So, once that Mets team really starts to go. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, Matt with some sharp stuff. Looking at under under total bases with the win. I mean, and you might even get an error, right, if it falls. Yeah, so I'd probably be pretty sharp, dude, for sure. So Mets and Cubbies, I think I'm probably leaving it. Again, I know I don't want to hide anything. I bet them that Mets half team total, but I can't really get it. I have the Mets. I have it like neck and neck through 5, and then the Mets edging them out. So let's leave it. Next up, Sandy Alcantara. Oh my God, the Marlins going to the Rockies. I am so sorry. I've just been losing money betting on the Marlins this entire week. Right, Cabrera lost to bum A, and then Yuri Perez lost to bum B, and now it's Alcantara versus bum C. Marlins minus 160 favorites. As well they should be. I just can't believe how bad these offenses have been. And, it's when you drop 2 in a row that you get gun shy and you walk away, that it'll go and it'll happen for us. So, I mean, I don't know. We probably should go get it. Sandy Alcantara, 5 ERA, 1.23 whip, but I really think it's better stuff on the horizon, right? XFIP below 4, deserved ERA below 4, PFIP below 3.5, 22K to 7 walk, 14 swinging strikes. This is Sandy Alcantara. 58 first strike, 38 O swing, 81 Zcon. These are really good. 45 ground ball, 2% blast, 3/4 of a homer 9. I don't know. I'm really not too worried about Alcantara. I feel like any day. Oh, shoot, Jay, I hear you. So they're a little bit too expensive for me to pay outright. I don't even know if we can go for the run line anymore. So, I didn't realize I forgot we were building a second basket when I was talking about an early parlay. We're going to end up with the dual parlay today. I don't usually parlay twice in the same day, but hey, man, if it's so nice, we do it nicey nice, like a little nice, right? So nice, we do it twice. So stick Miami in the first basket, Jay. You're going to be working your arse off. Next up, James Paxton in the Red Laundry. Going to LA, I can't believe it. I'm in the final 12 of like a $25,000 survivor pool. I have Boston, and they're 0-2 already this week. They got to get it this time. We're doing it again. We're going to the well again one more time. Jay, give me the Boston money line. James Paxton's been filthy. 2.5 ERA, 1.08 whip. Other side, Anderson, 5.3 ERA, 1.6 whip. Indicators not buying it. Sierra, XFIP at 5.9 or above. He's 3% K minus BB. It's been a seriously, really, really rough go. I think the Boston offense gets up off the mat 2 days in a row of Laghezza. And I think they get it going against Tyler Anderson. Red Sox 330. Ex-Wob against lefties last 500. They hit lefties pretty well. No, if we're going to Miami Paul, it should be the money line, pal. Good little other piece of advice for people. We always talk about that. Trying not to be too greedy. And we can tendency to kind of see the odds blow up in parlays. So we do run line and run line and run line. But in reality, if you're going to combine events, don't be greedy and look for run lines with the plus and then money lines without the minus, right? Last up, it's Oakland and Seattle. How much yuck could the Waldichuk yuck? Plus 255 underdogs against Bryce Miller, my dude. But he's easily my favorite young pitcher. Jay, do we have 3 or 4? Orioles. I got an under. I got Washington, Miami. We're already at 4. So let's put this one in the real one. Can we get minus 115 on the Seattle run line to cover? I just think they're going to crack Oakland again. This is like we're seeing like one of the worst teams of all time having the bottom fall out in them as his bullpen just gets decimated. There's just not anything he can handle. Look at that. We're starting to see minus 2.5. Minus 2.5 covers. Now I can't pay that, dude. Just leave it alone. I'm not that hot right now. When we start getting hot, we'll start paying juice. I'm not going to pay juice in a downtrend. Never been my style. P.O. DJ Stoner, what's up, yo? Love the emojis. Get me going. Pete M, what's up? Yeah, hit me up, Pete M. You hit me up on Twitter. I'll take care of you. I'll get you hooked up. I like that one also, Matty. Pretty sharp. Miller under. Greinke under, right? As I'm getting into over walk props, of course, Matt is super sharp and getting the under probably where you want to be. All right, let's do the early board real quick, Jay. And then I guess we can circle back for the late stuff. I guess that actually makes sense. Let's do the early one really quick. We're going to look for 4 early plays. Smash that like button, please, because it matters way more than it should. No one cares if you're having fun. No one cares if I'm smart or if this is compelling or if I'm making money. No one cares about any of that. It's the least important thing to everybody. The only thing anyone cares about are these stupid analytics. So let's please the overlords. First things first. Okay, so as quick as can be. This is algo driven. Again, I'm not even really breaking this down. Is all the algos going to speak to us. I've got Pittsburgh winning this one. So that sounds like something we want to bet on, right? So give me Pittsburgh to win it outright. Again, as I was saying, do not be greedy. What is it, 160? No, come on, Pitt for the outright. Let's go. As I was saying, not to be greedy. But I have a strong ring. Then next up, Gowan. I know I posted Gowan in the money line, which I could not believe the pricing there. This is like the misprice for me of the day. So put Arizona in the money line also. Yeah, let's go 2 each. Yeah, it's a smart idea. Jay, thinking about your money also, right? Keeping it down. Again, you could do double the parlay. You lower the risk. It's all good, baby. So we're going to go Pittsburgh. We're going to go Arizona, especially in these parlays too. I think I like winning. Like just looking to win, unless we get a strong total hit. That's my boy Joey Ryan is on the bump, right? Against the Panic at the Italian Disco Fani. Let's go Twinkies with the outright win. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I've got it with a nice soft cover here. Plenty of room. And then Copa, is that the fifth one? 1, 2, 3. This Kopech and Quantrill. So that's White Sox and Guardians. Sorry, my sheet and the other one was messed up. I think we're going to go over 8 here. That's the heavy ring that I got. I have it too close for comfort, but I haven't scored 4-4. So if I have each of them hitting 4 right with the cannon blast, 4-4 gets us to the over. So Jay, ring that up, and then we'll circle back, and we'll get out of here with plenty of time. Hope everyone is enjoying the new kind of speed here. Yo, Stuart Durst, I'm telling you, sharpest comment section there is. I've been saying that to myself all day, but you gotta go with it, man. I mean, I'm just not gonna get pushed around. Matty Williams says bullpens are evil. F5 for life. Yo, F5 for life. No shite, man. Just keep you up at night. And if you wanted to swap the ML parlay for an F5 parlay, I could dig on that. I really can. I hear you. And you know what? The funny part is to lean into the conservatism edge or aspect would be if you catch a push, right? You live to find another day. We can't push a money line full game when you can push it. And then again, the odds are not great, but winning is always, right? You're not going to go broke winning. But Stuart D, me and PPS spooked by the D-backs price. I'm telling you, I totally agree. So, Jay, let's get the daytime thing because we're literally just minutes away. Sorry, we kept the commuter crowd through that part. Then we'll circle back. But it was Pittsburgh. It was Arizona. We got Chicago, Cleveland over 8. And then the Twins to win it outright. Let's see if we can smack this one around. I love this daytime action. This is how I like to get it. Because I really don't like to straight bet the day. I don't get enough time put into it. And then I feel like if I lose, it kind of like leaves me a little bit sour. Yeah, no doubt. Nash too. Just get the juice flowing, baby. And again, if it can be responsible. Don't listen to people and say you can't parlay. I don't parlay crazy cash. You can absolutely, if you are using decimal points where units equal stack, you absolutely can. Don't listen to anybody who says otherwise. They're wrong. Okay, they are wrong. They're wrong. Now, granted, you can't put a unit, what percent of your stack on your parlay you're going to lose. But if you're talking decimal points, absolutely can. So, Jay, let's circle back to what we got. Daytime parlay, baby, in the books. So let's circle back with what we got. Woo, that was a big one. So remember, it's Pittsburgh, the Diamondbacks, the Twinkies, and the over Sox Cleveland. That's the early Daybird for the Jaybird. Okay, we have Cincinnati and Ben Lively, F5 plus 130. The more I look at that, the more I like it. We got Baltimore and the Yankees under 8.5 full game. I think we're getting a bounce back from Wells and Cortez. Dodgers win it outright against Bryce the Elder. Detroit Rock City and Matthew Boyd. Plus 105, F5 in that same game. Riley Green over 1.5. Total bases, Greinke stunk against lefties. Boston finally gets a win in the series against LA. James Paxton over Tyler Boring Vanilla Anderson. Matt Williams says, I think it's supposed to be you have me chasing over 0.5 TB parlays now. I have Adley McLean, Yoshida, and Kelnick today. Matt, this is an excellent point. I'd like to wrap on this. And why I like Matt so much, and why I fully recommend people kind of follow his work and at the game day and everything. Where he's not afraid to kind of go push, right? But before it's like, everybody bet this thing. He goes and he starts looking and he's doing the math and checking it out. This is something Jay and I spoke about where I ended up with all these like total base props. And you notice that the ones that missed were all hitting. We're getting hits also. Or sometimes you say, man, I don't like the fact that the guy's hitting late in the lineup. Or I don't like the fact that the team doesn't have a high enough implied team total, right? You're not going to get like the 6th at bat, let's say. But you feel really confident in a base hit where you know you're getting 3 to 4 at bat, plate appearance, I should say. And you feel really good about everything else. Those half bases, although also half sharp tip here is you got to make sure that you price that out 1.5 total base with the actual base hit prop. Sometimes those things are different. We pointed out Jared Kelnick last week was minus 205 for the total bases, but it was minus 180 for a base hit. Well, total bases only count on base hits. So it was like, literally just total cost saving. And if you're at the cost saving, that app we've been showing you, it's betstamp.app/call to the pen. Tell them Big Janik sent you. And that'll do it, everybody. 36-minute mark. Now we're getting in comfortably below the 40-minute mark. I'm trying to shave where we can shave. So we have a couple seconds to talk about the theory a little bit. Talk about it again. When we run into thinner slates, then we'll do some of the really granular stuff, I promise. Right? When we catch these weird Thursdays or Tuesdays, whatever happens next, where we'll do all the pitch shape and the velo and the mix changes and stuff. Because I really like that. And I find as a volume, player, right? A person that plays every day, betting totals, betting sides, betting bases, I'm having to show all the stuff. You got to lean on the algo and the work like that sometimes. You just can't get to everything. Nobody's doing that. I don't care who it is, right? I would need a full team. Maybe I could if I had a full team, but nobody's getting to that point. So, you do your work, believe in the model, and that's kind of the point. Jaybird says, lead off Dong for the Rangers. Rough start in a Pirate game. It's such a long game. It's such a long game. It's all good. That was Marcus Simeon, by the way. All good. Not worried at all, man. Texas bullpen is trash. Ola. All right, everyone. That'll do it. This time we're really getting out of here. One last thanks to everybody out there. Nash 2, appreciate you. Matty Dubs, as always. OPMG. Cody with a K. Stuart D, DJ and Stone Roy, you guys, I really do appreciate it. You guys taking your time to hang with us inside Far Sports, Michael K, just everybody out there, all the feedback, the interaction, people getting with the tools, hanging out with the data. Check me out on Twitter. You can hit me up. I'll let you do it for free. It's all good. I don't. The 25 cents a day is holding you back. Don't let that be the case. I got you. Yo. So from all of us at Call to the Pin HQ, please rate, review, and subscribe. Audio only people, 5-star reviews are the compliment, the tutti compliment. But for now, enjoy the games. Enjoy your day. When we're done with the book, enjoy your pay, everybody. Remember, when you work this hard, feels a lot less like luck. We're back at noon tomorrow. Fastest show in MLB anywhere. Peace.